Hello and welcome to Sunshine Musings, and I will also probably share this on Sunshine Village, which is all about eco projects, communities, and villages. And yeah, I today would like to talk about the amazingness of kittens. At the current project that I am at, there are 5 little kittens and a mama cat here, and they are just amazing. Just adjust this. See them more. And yeah, come here. Psst, psst, psst. Anyways, the reason why I decided to do this video about kittens is because the whole time I've been here, they've been amazing. And this morning I woke up and they were out marauding the community, getting up to mischief and trouble, no doubt. I went into the kitchen to make a cup of tea, and they're up on the counters trying to get at whatever they can, the bread, the everything. And yeah, the other night they get really wired at nighttime, as many animals and cats do. And just zooming all around the place, jumping on the furniture and all kinds of fun things, rolling in the mats, and it was just so cute to watch them that I couldn't leave. I ended up staying up way too late, just hanging out with the kittens. And yeah, they have such, I mean, it's kind of an obvious thing. I mean, it's like sunsets, right? Like anyone who, likes cats at all probably enjoys kittens and their amazing energy. And I think it just really reminds me too of all my work with children, is that amazing just life force energy that they have. It's these, uh, everything's fresh, everything's new to them in the world, and they're just getting to explore it. And they don't have any of these conditionings, these uh, things that they've been taught or learned yet, like getting up on the counters. We just help them learn not to do that and take them off and put them back on the ground. Um, but they don't have any of these, like, oh, I'm not allowed to do that, or I'm going to get in trouble, or whatever, that humans as well as animals can learn over time, from their experiences, from our experiences. So you just get to see them totally uninhibited, doing whatever they feel like it. I was setting up here where they were hanging out because I wanted to have them in the background, but maybe they'll come back. Anyways, they are off on the next adventure, and yeah, they are just a joy, a bundle of energy and of love. And yeah, I got to uh, yesterday have one. At first, I was trying to pet it and calm her down so that she would just, have a little cuddle. But she was not having it. She was wanting to go adventure, so climbing over my shoulder and such. And then a little bit later, she had gotten tired from her adventure, and so I just had her sleeping on my lap, in this little pillow bed kind of thing. And yeah, just I was just melting. I'm just like, wow, I have like the cutest little redhead tabby, tiger kitten, sleeping in my lap. And yeah, it's just really special. Um, so yeah, it's been a little while since I've gotten to experience kittens, and every time I'm just like, yes, I want kittens all the time. Like, why not an eternal puddle of kittens? Just wherever, wherever we're living. That can be at home. Like, I was thinking how amazing it would be to foster kittens, uh, kitten families and stuff. And to segue, I'm sure I'll share more about my own love for kittens and being with them and experiencing them. but I wanted to segue into why I was going to bring this also into my new channel, Sunshine Village, because I'd love to talk about how it is supportive of communities and living in community. Um, I feel like it's a very powerful way to connect us as humans in the community as well. It has this common, like, I mean, again, kittens have their own thing that's special for, our individual connection with them, just, smiling, laughing at, the silly things they do and all that. And also, that brings this common tie to our connection as human beings in this community because, we are watching, we're experiencing the same thing of the kittens watching some silly thing that they do and laughing together and smiling and, making that connection with each other as well. It's similar to, I don't know, if you saw my video about contact improv dance that I did with Maxim. That was a really special one. We danced first and then talked about it, the experience of connection. But it's a similar thing how I was describing what the commonality of the music does for me when I'm getting into dancing and then dancing with someone is that I get into my dance related to the music that we're listening to. You or the other people get into their individual dance with the music and connecting with that, since music is a common way to connect in. And then we come together and share that same shared experience of listening to that same and dancing to that same music. So it's a similar idea with the kittens, is that we're in this shared experience, and by nature of kittens, most likely unless they are eating all of your favorite meal or something off your plate, and even still, that's funny, but most likely it's going to be of laughter, smiles, amusement, good times. So, what a special way to bring us together than laughter, smile, play, enjoyment, silliness, all the things that make me feel good, I know make many others feel good. So, what a great way to have a connection. And again, the kittens are just marauders running rampant around the entire place, the little band of wild kittens. So no telling, where you'll be when they show up, in the kitchen making breakfast or cooking dinner, or, out working on the land on a project and they just start dashing through and doing something silly. Um, so yeah, it leaves it up to much serendipity and moments of just wherever they might jump into your experience. Um, yeah, they also, I think, I mean, there's a lot of places where they can bring commonalities and connection amongst us. Another example is, if we're feeding them or something like that. It also gives people in the community an easy place where they can offer to take care of another being. That can be very special for a lot of people. I mean, even when I'm feeling in a really strong, high, uh, vibrating spot, it's still nice to take care of some other being. So feeding the cats or whatever last night, someone here gave them, I guess it was canned fish, and they just went wild, jumped all in the cans and getting, yeah, it was wild to watch. Um, so yeah, having an easy way, especially that's where I was going to go, that it's enjoyable. It can be enjoyable for people no matter where they're currently feeling in their lives, and their sense of power and good energy and groundedness. It can also be especially helpful if maybe someone in the community is having more of a challenging time or moment in their life, or someone comes in and needs some like grounding. Maybe they've just been off traveling and getting all wild out there or whatever. Um, to have that experience of, oh, here's some easy way that I can offer to be in service to the other beings that are here in this community, like, just grab a bowl of food and feed them, and watch them how much they enjoy it and appreciate your offering. So yeah, that's one special way I think as well that they can support community and all of us. Let's see, what else did I want to share about them supporting the community? Well, it can, on a side effect, support really keeping things picked up. Both, whether it be stuff on tables that they could jump up and fling off or something like that, but more specifically in the kitchen or any kind of food, drink, eating areas, which reminds me, I left my cup of coffee over there. They're probably getting into that. So I might be sharing my coffee with the kittens this morning. So yeah, like again, this morning the bread was out and we put it up on a higher shelf and just keeping food stuff picked up so that these little sneaks don't get into it. Here, I'll show you this one. Very cute. Yes, I know you want to go play. We'll let you go play. All right, maybe sit in my lap for a minute. So, yeah, just keeping stuff picked up and food put away and the kitchen clean, and it can be a nice little bonus for helping support community life. Um, let's see, what else? Kittens, I mean, they're amazing. I guess another, again, way they can connect us is just kittens can very easily be the center of attention and focus, whether they demand it because they're jumping in your lap and clawing down your leg as you're trying to walk along or sit there. And you have to respond because you want those claws out of your leg, which happened to me yesterday. Or because they're just so cute or amusing or doing something. So yeah, they can provide a way for anyone in the community to like drop in with the moment and then now. Oh, good. Didn't knock the camera over. Yeah, a way to drop in with the now, like, okay, whatever I was doing or whatever we were talking about or, heady conversation we could have been having, now we're focused on what's going on right here, right now, this kitten doing whatever they're doing. And again, a unifying way to bring us all together in that moment, that experience, that focus of the moment, the now, what's happening in front of our very eyes. And also, that can fit in with maybe if we're holding them, if they're a little more chill and calm or whatever, passing them between each other, similar to how human beings, share their baby with someone else and you get that special connection, you know, let alone all the oxytocin hormones that kick in, I think of that with the baby, but that experience of that, of just this something that's so new, so fresh, so new to life, and that energy that they give off, and that innate ability it can bring up in us for caring for another individual. Yes, especially with kittens, again, they're just doing their own thing off everywhere and totally self-contained, don't really need too much support other than, when they're meow, meow, meowing for food, like they were in the kitchen this morning. Um, but yeah, that nurturing role in us, that feminine, taking care of kind of energy, and again, how important, enriching, especially in our current world where it would really behoove us, benefit us to come back to more of our feminine energy, our Gaia, Mother Earth energy of taking care of the earth, taking care of each other, taking care of all beings, and the home here on earth that we inhabit. Um, so it can kick that in both on individual note, again, someone coming and feeding them, taking care of wherever they might need support as a young being in this world that they're still learning about, understanding how their interactions work with it. And then also on a collective level, to again, what needs to be done to take care of these kittens at a physical baseline level. The community needs to buy food or make food, whatever, however that's going to happen to feed those kittens. There needs to be some kind of system, or maybe not, because they'll just meow and tell you when they're hungry. So maybe there doesn't need to be any system for feeding. But there probably is, like in the morning, someone feeds them, or I don't know, whatever it is. There's an open, continuous bowl with whatever. Um, that there are the basic ways that we, as a community, take care, nurture, support these little beings that we are sharing this experience of life together with. And then there's all the other collective things on the emotional level, the love that we get to give back and forth between them and share that symbiotic relationship. Again, that's one of the beautiful things about kittens as such with children, is that there's, as some people say, there's no filters. You get what they are experiencing. They don't try to hide their feelings, their emotions, their whatever. And so that positive feedback loop that can happen when you're have the kitten in your arms and giving it love, and all, I mean, cats purring, kittens purring, or you can just tell, you can look at them, you can get that feeling, that energetic feeling as well, that they're enjoying it and you're enjoying it on your own level. And then just, that's what I love about symbiotic relationships and connections, is that everybody wins, and it is a way that we can actually build energy. I believe, that is a way we can build energy, by having an experience that's good for one being, good for another being, and then collectively good. And that, to me, makes things exponentially better. It's more than the just, 1 plus 1 is 2, or however many numbers you want to do. It has a higher um, return rate, whatever you want to say, effect, in a positive way. And yeah, symbiotic relationships are amazing, and I think it's really important too. On a tangent side note, I won't go down that path yet, but maybe talk another time about it, or with someone, about symbiotic relationships, is that it's a very important part of where we head, both choosing to live in community like this, but also for humanity on a more macro, greater context of the world and what's going on, um, to really focus. We've gotten so far on the swing of the pendulum, out of balance, that it can be really helpful and beneficial to bring us back to the middle road, the middle of the pendulum, where things are, in natural flowing harmony with the rest of the universe. Is to help get us back quicker to that, is really focus on symbiotic relationships. I mean, that's what harmony is ultimately, things weaving together in some way that naturally works with the universal laws of the world and the universe. Anyways, tangent. Kittens is what we were talking about. I was getting a little too deep. um, yeah, I think that is about all I wanted to share with the kittens. I mean, I could go on and on. They are amazing. They're cute. I love to hear any of your kitten stories. It's always nice to hear everybody's stories, especially with things like kittens that I imagine I would be laughing and smiling about. I already am, just thinking about all the kitten experiences out there. Um, and yeah, I want to that's right. I always like to think about something at the end of these videos, if I remember, that can be helpful to as many, and ideally any human being at any moment, because there is a lot of feeling out there in the world, of there's challenges what can I do? I feel helpless. What's my one little influence going to do? And I encourage you that to remember that all the great philosophical life sayings, but basically that it starts with one. We all need to start as the one. We all need to find each other and come together and say, "Hey, I was one. You were one. Now we're two," and it just keeps growing. And ultimately, we realize that all those ones are one, and we are together, we are reflecting each other, we are mirrors because we are all one energy. And as we come back to that understanding and taking care of each other, there's cultures around the world. I mean, probably every ancient culture at some point understood this idea that we're all one. And I always enjoy sharing the idea of Ubuntu, of idea of Africa, that translates roughly to "I am because we are." That how I take care of myself or you or we is all the same. We're taking care of each other and we're one. And so, yeah, in relation to the kittens, since that's what we were talking about today, maybe it's not feasible for you to get kittens. Maybe it is. Maybe it's you have a kitten at your home, rather than lots 5 kittens in a community. Um, and also that maybe it's not even with kittens. But where I'm going is that the opportunity to be in service. And again, it can feel good at any point in our lives, and especially when we are maybe having more of a challenging time or feeling stuck or needing some grounding. It offers a great grounding place. And so, yeah, it doesn't need to be with feeding kittens or taking care of them. Another thing that for me works really well, especially if you come to a community, but you can do it anywhere that has a place where you eat. And unless you've doing a permanent fast and just breatharian, you are probably still eating in your kitchen. And so cooking a meal for someone else, for your family, if you live alone, invite a friend over. I mean, get creative. Like if you live alone, cook a meal and take it out to someone that is in the park, that needs some food or whatever. I mean, there's so many possibilities. All that I offer is the idea to, if you feel called to try something new and see how it feels, or maybe you've done it plenty of times, but to do something in service. And cooking a meal is a great way to do that. It's very empowering to especially come up with a meal yourself, or in a community, to jump in and work as part of a team. If you maybe aren't as good at or don't feel as confident or comfortable in the kitchen, maybe if there's other people that you're cooking with, you offer the support in a community setting when people first come in. Again, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but the kitchen is the heart of community in most communities. That's a common feeling of all the ones that I've been to and experienced. And it makes sense because it's the nourishing place, the part that takes care of our physical need in this three-dimensional realm. What in this realm, what we need: food, water, shelter. So it provides all of that in one, as well as the more metaphysical nurturing of the community and the people. Anyways, won't go down that tangent. Point being that it is a way to connect with someone and offer your support and your caring and your love to another individual. And that is really powerful. I imagine it will be for your experience. It always has been for me. And for our collective, because you are offering this thing of a gift or a service or a support to another human being without expecting anything in return. Um, Similar to Burning Man and gifting. Lots of love out to all the burners out there too. This is the time of year of Burning Man. And yeah, I hope you are all having an amazing time, and all those that have been but aren't there this year, enjoy knowing that other people are getting to have some amazing life experiences out there, um, and thinking of all the good memories and maybe future times we'll be going. And to those that haven't been and feel called, that when the time is right, you will get there. So, yes, just want to give a shout out, lots of love to all the Burning Man community and its good energy, and that amazing things come out of this experience this year there. Thank you again for joining me. I enjoyed sharing about kittens, and I am going to go find them and see what they're up to. Maybe have a little play with them. So, lots of love to you. Have a great rest of your day.